Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the joint TMC RMC meeting, and we will call the meeting to order. Pat, will you run the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. City of Avondale, Harold Seguina.
Present.
City of Buckeye, and Andrew Blanchard. Or
Actually,
Javier Stovich.
this is Javier Sedovich. I'm here.
Thank you. City of Chandler, Ryan Peters.
Here.
City of El Mirage, Crystal Dykes. Or Amber Wakeman. Amber's on WebEx. Town of Fountain Hills, Dave Trimble.
Here.
Town of Gilbert, Mary Goodman. Or Keeney Knudsen.
Good year, Keith. Here.
Yep, thank you. City of Glendale, Kevin Phelps. City of Mesa, Scott Butler. City of Peoria, Chris Hallett. I see him online. City of Phoenix, Jesus Sapien.
Present.
Town of Queen Creek, Shay Yoakum.
Present.
City of Scottsdale, Nathan Dome.
Present.
City of Surprise, Andrea Davis.
Present.
City of Tempe, Rosa Inchausti.
Present.
Okay, I'll catch up with everybody else.
Okay.
I can see who's here. So we're ready to proceed, Chair.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it. And just as a reminder to our committee members, if you'd like to ask a question or make a comment during the meeting, please type your comment in the box and it'll be read out loud and answered. All meeting attendees, please mute your computer microphones to make sure that we can hear each other and the presentations. So we'll move on to agenda item number 1, which is public comment. The public will be provided with the opportunity at this time to address the committees on non-agenda items and all action items for the joint RPTA and VMR meeting agendas. Up to 3 minutes will be provided for speakers unless the chair allows more at their discretion. A total of 15 minutes for all speakers will be provided today. And then I look to Pat, any public speakers?
No, ma'am, not today.
Thank you, Pat. So we'll move along. Item number 2, Chief Executive Officer report. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. I have just a few updates for you this morning around service performance. This information is all shared with your member city staff. We do have monthly sub-regional meetings in the East and West Valley and quarterly Rail Cities meeting in which this information is transmitted. Next slide, please. On our Commute Solutions program, I want to give you an update on Vanpool. We experienced a pretty sharp decline in Vanpool participation during the pandemic, and we have begun to see that rebound, but it has really been a banner year for Vanpool. In the month of August alone, we launched 10 new Vanpools, and that brings our active Vanpool count to 315. We did transition our Vanpool contract with Enterprise last year. The fleet includes many new vehicles, including our larger 10-passenger vans, as well as some smaller vehicles, SUVs, and Chrysler Town and Country formats. I think this has been helpful for tailoring the vehicle to the volume of our Vanpool demand. We're also working to engage our frontline. I want to give you an update on operations and kudos to our marketing and communication and our service planning and operations teams for working to create formal, ongoing communication channels with frontline teams that helps improve our service as well as the experience of our team members. We have in-reach every day with our operations control center supervisors, ACI, that's our rail contractor, and union representatives. We have office hours at our operations and maintenance facilities for service planning team members. And this is where our operators can give us feedback on the performance of their route. Do they have enough running time? Do they have enough layover time? We also have a customer experience coordinator forum. The customer experience coordinators are our team of 14 individuals who are patrolling light rail and streetcar, providing our customers with information. They are a great conduit for information from not only our frontline teams, but from our customers back to our teams. We're also doing ride-alongs with our service planning team and frontline team member engagement. We're developing a toolkit right now that'll be done at the end of October that outlines engagement for frontline across the Valley Metro organization. This is part of our strategic initiative to invest in talent. Next slide, please. On the fixed route ridership side, we're also seeing very strong trends across the system in ridership. In August, compared to the same month last year, our total monthly ridership grew 13%, and it grew across all service types. A trend that we have seen over the last few years includes shifting from Monday through Friday, kind of peak period service, to trips midday, late in the evening, but especially on weekend. You see the 21% growth in August in 2025 compared to the same month in 2024. This is the kind of information that we're looking at as we're working on our bus network redesign with our member cities so that we understand where we're most productive, where we might need more service, and where maybe we could do with a little less service. Next slide, please. Across our subregions, we've got from left to right, we've got East Valley on the left, and you can see strong ridership growth in East Valley local ridership. Express and circulator routes are holding relatively steady since last year. We have worked a lot on fine-tuning the service, making it more reliable, and we're seeing the results in ridership. On West Valley, we're seeing, remember the West Valley is a very small market. Our circulator, that drop is to reflect service that was discontinued. So that was expected, right? And continued local growth in Central City and West Valley. So kudos to the operations teams at City of Phoenix and Valley Metro. Speaking of reliability, which we often refer to as on-time performance, this is a route by route improvement in FY25 over FY24. We're using data available from our automated vehicle location system, AVL. We have a tool called Swiftly that we also share with city staff that we use to monitor and mine that real-time data. We've got dashboards with which we monitor this performance on a daily basis. We've been taking that data and making adjustments to our operating schedules to drive up our service reliability and deliver a better customer experience. So this is a route by route summary. So some of those routes, including one of our biggest and busiest routes, the 72, which travels from Scottsdale all the way down to Chandler through a lot of congested corridors, to see that 16% on-time performance is very good. So kudos to the transportation and service planning teams. Looking ahead, this is our schedule for the month of October. TMC RMC will be back here together on November 5th for our November cycle. We do have a couple of study sessions and informational presentations coming in the month of November and a rather heavy agenda. We do have a December meeting by, so we should plan for that. Any questions I may answer? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Thanks, Jessica. We'll move on to agenda item number 3, which is a consent agenda. And this, of course, is presented for action. I will ask my fellow committee members if there are any questions or if there's any items that need to be pulled for separate discussion or consideration. Seeing none, I will ask my colleagues for a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Ryan. Motion by Ryan Peters.
I'll second.
And Jesus is a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any objections? Seeing none, that passes unanimously. Moving on to agenda item number 4, Community Relations Support Services Contract Amendment. And I'll ask Jessica to introduce this item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to invite Hillary Foos, our Chief of Marketing and Communications, to provide a brief overview of this agenda item.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, thanks for the opportunity to brief you on item number 4. It is related to an item in your consent agenda, so we have these two coming together at the same time. What you just approved via the consent agenda is our interest in resoliciting our Community Relations Support Services contract. This is an item paired with that where we're also allowing us the time and some continuity to continue with the support services team that we have. With that, we're extending for one of our one-year options, as well as a contract increase to allow us to support important items relative to the bus network redesign, some of our capital programs, while we also take the time to resolicit across this next year. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you.
So I'll ask if there are any questions from the committee for Hillary. Nothing. Okay, so I'll look to request a motion and a second to forward to the Board of Directors authorization for the Chief Executive Officer to execute one-year contract extensions with those listed to extend the contracts through November 29, 2026 and increase the aggregate value of the contracts not to exceed $7,896,617. May I get a motion?
Chair, I believe the motion should include the increase requested at $1,396,617.
Okay, thank you. So I'll amend the request to the committee for that.
I move approval.
Second.
A motion by Jesus and a second by Ryan Peters. All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? And that motion passes. We'll move on to item number 5, travel and expenditures. Are there any questions from the committee on this item? This is presented for information only. Okay, seeing none, we'll move forward with item number 6, report on current events and suggested future agenda items. And I'll ask my colleagues if there are any current events or suggested future agenda items for consideration. Seeing none, we'll move forward to item number 7, next meeting, November 5th, 2025 at 11 a.m. And with that, I will call the motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian.
Second.
I had a feeling it would be Jesus. Second. All in favor to adjourn the meeting?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
We
you.
can start making more motions if we need some diversity in
Thank you. I appreciate the support.
no worries.
And according to my clock, it's adjourned at 11:14. Thank you. I will convene the meeting and welcome members to the Transit Management Committee meeting. Item number 1, we have the minutes are presented for approval. And I request a motion and a second to approve the September 3rd, 2025 TMC meeting minutes.
I move approval of item number 1.
Thank you, Jesus.
Harold with Avondale, second.
Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it. So we have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Moving on to number 2, item number 2, Fare Collection Systems Modernization Funding Agreement Amendment. And I'll ask Jessica to.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The item before you today is an intergovernmental funding agreement between Valley Metro and City of Phoenix. City of Phoenix holds the contracts for the fare collection modernization system, which includes hardware and software that supports the fare system across all modes across the entire service area. So this is a pass-through agreement by which Valley Metro would reimburse City of Phoenix using public transportation funds for this equipment. Ken Kessler is on hand, our Chief Financial Officer, to answer any questions the committee may have.
Thank you, Jessica. Any questions for Jessica or Ken? Okay. Then I'll request a motion and a second to forward to the Board of Directors authorization for the Chief Executive Officer to execute an amendment to the intergovernmental funding agreement with the City of Phoenix to increase the amount of PTF that can be reimbursed for costs of the FCSM by $886,735 to the new total of $7,235,179. May I take a
So
motion?
moved.
Thank you, Scott. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're moving on to item number 3, report on current events and suggested future agenda items. Any suggestions from the committee members? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to item number 4, next meeting. The next meeting is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025 at 11 a.m. May I take a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move to adjourn.
Thank you, Jesus.
Second.
Thank you, Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appreciate it. Any objections? Didn't think so. Motion passes. Meeting adjourned, record time. 11:16.
Anyway.
Thank you all for your time today.